Today we're going to be just dipping our toes into the animation features in Procreate. So start by hitting that plus sign to create a new canvas. I'm going to choose screen size. Then I'm going to import a sketch as a background layer. So I'm going to click on the wrench and insert photo. Tap that photo that I already took a picture of. And I'm going to pinch and zoom to get my sketch to fill up the screen. I want to be drawing with a pretty big image if I can. Now I'm going to click over to my layers and I'm going to lock that first layer to make sure I don't draw on it. So I swipe to the right gently and I'm going to click lock. You don't want to draw on that layer, you want to delete it later. Now with the layers menu open, I added a new layer. I'm going to go into inking and gel pen. I find that is a good place to start. You're welcome to try any of the brushes or pens. And I'm going to start to outline the shapes of my character. So I have combined the head of an axolotl, the wings of a parrot, and we're going to see where this idea takes me. As I work on his eyes, I wanted them to be really round circles. So I'm using the feature where you can draw a shape, press and hold before lifting up your finger or your stylus, and you're going to see those little dots appear. Once those dots appear, I can use them to stretch and form this into either an oval or a circle. And when I'm done, I'm going to click back over to my paintbrush and keep going with my drawings. If you find that you need to adjust the size of your line, you're going to use the sliders over the left-hand side. The top one is the thickness of your paintbrush. The bottom one is the transparency. Once I have a shape, I can quickly fill it with color by just dragging from the upper right-hand corner. You can see that little circle. I'm going to tap on it to choose my color and just drag it over and it will fill a shape with color for me. So now I'm going to continue to outline each shape that I want to fill with color. And once you get a little something finished, I encourage you to experiment with making it move. This character is not done, but I am going to duplicate my layers a couple times so I can show you how to make something move. And then in the next class, you can go back and spend more time on the little details. So I'm going to click on that layer, swipe slowly to the right and tap the word duplicate. And then I'm going to tap on the move tool and move it just slightly. Now it's time to turn on Animation Assist, but first I'm going to go into layers and just click that little white box next to layer 1, which is the layer I had my drawing on, because I want to get rid of that and make the background clean. I'm going to click on the wrench, canvas, and Animation Assist, and you're going to see that menu pop up at the bottom of the screen. Right now we have 2 frames because I had 2 layers, and you can see that I'm kind of moving those little ears back and forth by switching back and forth between the layers. Right now it's on loop because you can click on settings and you can change it from ping pong to loop. You can play around with those settings a little bit. But what I'm really going to do now is go back to my layers and add some more layers so I can really start to make this guy move. So I swipe slowly to the right, tap the word duplicate, go up to the move tool, move it a little bit. Then I'm going to swipe to the right, duplicate that layer, go up to the move tool, and move a little bit, and see if I can get this little guy to fly all the way off the side of my screen. So that's your challenge for day 1. Import a sketch layer, trace over it on a different layer, and duplicate that layer and see if you can make it move.